evening, Tony.
Good evening, Fran. Nice to be here.
Good. Would you like to take this opportunity to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, thank you. Well, my name's Tony Holden and I'll be standing as a Conservative candidate in the local elections on the 2nd of May. I've lived in Wymondham and around Wymondham all of my life. I went to school in Wymondham Secondary School before it was Wymondham High. That shows how old I'm getting.
I didn't like to say.
No, that's fine. I know. I live in the town with my wife and two stepchildren, both grown up. Most people who know me would probably know me either because I'm currently the mayor of the town, or because we, myself and my wife, own JP's Coffee Shop on Norwich Road.
And JP's? Why JP's?
Oh, JP's was named after Jordan and Paige. They're Samantha's two children. And when we first decided that we were going to run the shop, we knew that we wouldn't perhaps have as much time to spend with them as we could if we wanted to. So in order for them to feel involved, we called it JP's.
Very good.
Yeah, they liked it.
Very good.
Yeah. But the amount of times we've been asked, why the name? Where does it come from?
Yeah.
Because people can't work it out, but that's what it is.
Yeah, good. Okay, so you've lived in Wymondham or around Wymondham most of your life, and apart from the fact that you probably loved it when you went to school, what do you most like about Wymondham?
What do I like about it? Well, to be truthful, what is there not to like about Wymondham? It's a fantastic town. We're steeped in history. We've got the architecturally, we've got the Abbey, we've got Beckett's Chapel, we've got the Green Dragon, we've got Crosskeys. You can just go on and on. You walk around Wymondham and it's just full of history. And then, of course, culturally, we've got Kett's Rebellion, which is a national and if not an internationally important event. And it started here. It started here in Wymondham. But that's all the past, and what goes on now is just as important, because this town has got so many volunteer groups. They've got the town team.
Yes.
And we've got people like Green and Wymondham, and there's so many volunteer groups, and everything that anyone wants to get involved in, there's a volunteer group that does that. And
not just voluntary organisations, though. We've got lots of clubs and societies from, the University of the Third Age thrives in this town, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they do everything from wine tasting.
Yeah, I love it. We've got 2 gin distilleries in this town.
I know.
It's a fantastic place to be.
I know.
It really is.
Can't beat that, can you?
We've got a ukulele group. How many places have got that? We've got an archery club. We've got a club for everything. We've got a photographic club you may know of.
I'm familiar with the photographic club, but one I didn't know about until when we did the Queen's birthday all those years ago. We have a fishing club in Wymondham.
To be honest, I didn't know about the fishing club.
I think it's called the Angling Club. I don't think it's fishing. I think there might be a fence.
Meet on the tiffy?
yeah, catch a few sprats. So, if you could change one thing about Wymondham, Tony, what would that be?
If I could change one thing about Wymondham, and it's something that if I'm elected I will carry on working towards, and that is I would like our high street to be buzzing. When I was young, as I've already indicated, we used to come into town, my mum and I, we would come in shopping, and the town was absolutely full of people, especially on the market days. It was just a bustle, right? And now you look at our town high street, and it's quite a sad reflection of what it used to be. I would like to improve the air quality in the town. I'd like to have the town pedestrianised. Don't ask me where the traffic's going, I haven't got that far in my plans yet, but we will get there, and that's what I would like. It's not achievable at the moment, it's quite a long way down the road, but you asked what I would like to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to change.
Yeah, absolutely. In this day of out-of-town shopping, supermarkets, cars, people can go into a supermarket and pick up most things they want. Is there a way that we can attract people back into the town? I agree with you that, with some improvements to the street scenery and the street furniture and making it much more pretty, that would be attractive. But will people really come back and shop in droves in the town?
Yeah, well, they will come back to this town. I'm determined they will come back to this town.
Do they know this?
Get them here myself. But yeah, you look at our heritage that we have in this town.
So
we
tourism.
need to capitalise on tourism, and then the shops that we have in the high street should be more of the artisan type shops, more of the type of Reno's wine type shops and the marmalade tree type shops, places where people can go, and they won't find that. They won't find that in Chapelfield. You'll need to come to towns like Wymondham to find that, and that's what we need to capitalise on.
Tourism. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. We've already said how many strong such a strong community that Wymondham is, and that's driven by the many community groups that we have. Do you affiliate with any of the work that goes on in town through charity work, or?
Oh, I have my favourite.
You have your favourite?
I do.
Go on then. Spill the beans.
My favourite will be for quite a long while, I think, the men's shed on Ayton Road.
Oh yes.
If people aren't familiar with the men's shed, what it is, it's a non-judgmental environment that men can go to and basically create bonds amongst themselves. There's lots of things for ladies to do. You have lots of organisations and things that ladies can go to. There's very, very few that are specifically for men. It's a charity event. It's a charity, or it's been moved to a charity from a church event, from a church facility, and that would be my favourite. It's absolutely a terrific place. I've been down there a few times, had a cup of tea with the guys down there, and it's terrific. And I would recommend it to anybody. You don't have to be lonely to go. You just need to be looking to make connections with other men. There's a fully equipped workshop there. If you want to go make a coffee table, that's the place to go.
And some of the stuff, I've been once, and some of the stuff they make is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And I walked in on them and they were discussing, do we make the recipe book stand this way or this way? And then they were like, well, in your kitchen, how would you want it? But they were really thinking about what they were doing. And some of the stuff, they need to get out there and, because people in Wymondham would love to buy their stuff. We have invited them. We've got a Destination Wymondham event on the 27th of July. And if people want to learn more about the men's shed or buy stuff from the men's shed, they're going to be there on the Made in Wymondham market, because we feel that's really... ties in together, that raise their profile through that. And I understand why you support
them. It's good that you're doing that. I mean, the initial project was, it was a derelict building, and the initial project was to bring the building up to standard so that it could be used properly. It's almost there. Yes. And once it is there, then they will, like you say, be able to do more.
Yeah, but some of the stuff they've made, I was just amazed when I was there, and upcycled as well. They've upcycled some stuff. It's really great. Yeah, so like I say, you can look out for them at the Made in Wymondham market on the 27th of July. That'll be interesting. Okay, Tony, well, I really appreciate you taking the time to come and spend the evening with us.
Thank you for your time. I've enjoyed this.
all a few minutes of it. And we wish you well in the forthcoming elections.
Thank you.
And we'll keep our fingers crossed for you. All the best.
Thanks.